What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Angele Altieri. If this is your first time here, and welcome to the video. Today I'm doing a base product declutter, foundations, concealers, primers, and setting powders. Don't know how well I'll do with this, but pray for me. And that's all I have to say. If you're interested in this video, you know the deal. Let's get it. Here's my doggy. Here's my doggy. Astro. Oh, he's my dog, Astro. He's my baby. Hey, baby. He's gone. Yeah, he's gone. He got a treat now. That's my dog. Okay, I wanted to quickly go through my foundations. I don't have too many. Let's just do a little drugstore versus high-end situation. I have a lot more high-end foundations. All right, so favorites. I love this Catrice True Skin Foundation. I have the shade 040 Neutral Hazel, which is a bit light for me right now, but I love it and I can still mix it. What else is a beep? These are my favorite foundations as well. The Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation. I have TN5, which is pretty old, but it's my darkest foundation and I love it. And TN3, by the way, if my hand looks glowy, just did a highlighter declutter. So I'm keeping 2 of those. I actually fell in love with this Il Makiage Woke Up Like This foundation. I have the shade 105. Yeah, very nice. Oh, by the way, this is pretty full coverage, I'd say, and a nice natural finish. Not too dewy, not matte. This is also a nice full coverage finish. A little bit more matte than the Catrice. I love this one. This looks amazing on my nose. Not everything looks great on my nose. This is pretty medium coverage. Very, very natural finish. Same finish as the Pure, where it's not matte, it's not glowy, but it's less coverage than the Pure. I love this one. And that's expensive. I love this foundation. This is the ABH Luminous Foundation. I have the shade 332C, and I got 305N, which is lighter, but I think I'm going to return this because I just don't need an extra shade. Let's put nose over there. I just don't need an extra shade of it. This is enough, and if I wanted to mix this with something to make it lighter, I have that, but I am going to keep this one. This is pretty new to me, and I'm liking it. This is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. This is 340 Oak. It's a little bit light for me right now, but it's very similar to the Il Makiage, but with a little bit more coverage. I love this e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I have the shade Light 280N right now, which is light for me. Yeah, this is a really nice foundation. It's very similar to the Catrice and the ABH Luminous Foundation. Full coverage. A little bit more of a dewy finish than a matte finish, but it looks very natural on the skin. I really, really love this. But I don't feel like they have a lot of great shade options, especially for my skin tone. Everything else here is debatable. This is pretty old and it didn't smell good to start. Just the nature of the foundation. This is the Physicians Formula Healthy Elixir Foundation. I have this shade NN4, but it's pretty old and they don't even sell this anymore, so that could go. This isn't that great to me. The NYX Born to Glow. This is the shade Soft Beige. It just didn't wow me, and I have enough luminous foundations that I don't need another luminous one. I'd probably prefer to get something matte now. Try out something more matte. So yeah, that could go. Same thing with this, another luminous one, ColourPop Pretty Fresh, in the shade Medium 110W, which is too warm for me. Don't know why I got W and not neutral, but it just doesn't wow me. I'm wearing this on my face today. If you see this look, this is the foundation I'm wearing, and it doesn't wow me, so she can go. This kills me because I use my charms on it, but this is the Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation, and let's open it up. Why not? Look how freaking warm that is. This is the shade 345, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure online it said it was good for neutral undertones, but this is like super orange, and I feel like with Fenty I can't find a shade that works for me, even though there's 100, like literally 100 shades. So I'm gonna part with that one. This is super duper old, but I did really love it. Does this still smell okay? It doesn't smell quite the same, and it is. No, that was a good shade for me. That's just like really old. Okay, this is the Revlon Candid Foundation. I have the shade 320 Tawny, and that's like crazy light. So I'm gonna get rid of that one. And I did dirty my rug. That's fine. This is the Tarte Found Sealer in 34N medium neutral. I did like this, but I feel like it's a bit too thick for my taste at the moment, and I have enough like dewy foundations. This is pretty full coverage. How did this get decluttered without me talking about it? It's full coverage, more of a dewy finish, and a little bit thick, so get rid of that. Another Fenty foundation. What the heck is getting everything dirty? Oh my gosh. This is now called the Fenty Pro Matte Foundation. I have this shade 260. Huge jump from the other one. This is also extremely light. But I add this in when I want a more matte finish. So I'm going to keep that one. This is Kosas Tinted Face Oil in shade 05. I'm going to get rid of this one. I just don't want to finick around with the formula, you know? So, get rid of that. So I ended up keeping 2, 4, 6, 8 foundations and getting rid of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I cut that in half. That's cute. That's great for me. Hello. I already did my foundation separately. I thought I would just do it in its own video, but I figured let me just do all of this together, you know? So, yeah, here I am. Let's get into primers. Here are my primers. Just change my exposure a little bit. Here are my primers. I don't think I'll get rid of too many here. This is the Clarins Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch Primer. This is really great for smoothing out the pores. Can you see? Can you see? You know what it is? Really like this primer, so I'm keeping this one. Got this in Boxycharm. Similar to that, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Looks like this. I used a lot of this as well, and I like having a drugstore option for, you know, whenever I do a drugstore only video. This is so big, but I do really like it. I think this is, yeah, Touch and Soul Pretty Filter Icy Sherbet Primer. It's so big and bulky. Looks like this. Smells rosy, which isn't my favorite. But I really like this to blur the skin, and it makes it look a little bit matte. I really like this primer. So I'm keeping this one. Wish it was in smaller packaging. I'll get rid of this Wet n Wild Dewy Primer, Dewy Photo Focus. I just have enough dewy things. Oh, well, yeah, that happens. I think this was just a mini size. That's great. This could even be a nice natural liquid highlight, but I probably just squirted out half the bottle, so I don't need this one. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is a travel size. It's nice. I don't really need it, so I'm just gonna get rid of that. I already have a travel size of this product. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Primer. There's like a lot of thing here. Very dewy, hydrating primer, you know? I love this. One of my favorites. It smells like dried bananas. I'm keeping this one. I also really like the Touch and Soul No Problem Primer. I clearly like pore filling primers. Tarte Hydrating Base Tape Primer. I really like this one as well. I'm almost done with it, so you know, if I'm not done with it by next year, I'll just get rid of it, but it's still good. This is new to me. The L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream. Anti-redness. I get redness sometimes. This doesn't really work for me as a regular BB cream. I'd prefer to wear something over top of this, which is why it's in my primers. I'm still trying this out. Like, it's new enough to me that I'd still want to try it out. So I'm keeping this. So I get rid of anything. This is the NYX Marshmallow Primer. It smells absolutely divine and it hydrates the skin, but it's not too dewy, which I really like because I'm leaning towards a more matte finish on my skin nowadays. So this is nice for that. Keeping this. Okay. Last one is the Tarte Sea Glotion Primer. I got this in Boxycharm. Do I need this? Do I? Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. This is nice and glowy. This would even be nice for the body. Very hydrating, illuminating finish, but it doesn't feel super dewy tacky, which is really nice. It just gives a luminous finish, but doesn't feel sticky, tacky, nasty. Like, my skin feels pretty dry now. Not dry in a bad way, but dried down. Keeping. Only got rid of 2 things. So sad. And I kept 9. But you know, it's a little bit nicer. Oh, I also have the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Primer. I'm using that today. I'm also using Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me foundation, which is very new to me. I wanted something matte. I like it. Yeah. So primers are done. Concealers. This is not concealer. I'm gonna save that for bronzer. I have 2, technically 3, under eye correctors, brighteners, whatever, which have you, versus the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint in 120 Peach. I actually have a backup of this. Well, technically, it's in my travel bag, or like my to-go bag. This is absolutely incredible. This will be in one of my favorites for the entire year. It's so good. So good. Highly recommend this. Also have the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Eye Brightener in 09 Peach. Quite similar effect, but this has a lot more coverage. It's more matte, more shades. And yeah, I really like this. This is in my Sephora recommendations for the VIB sale. Love this. Love this. Also, because this is going out during the sale, I'd highly recommend this if you could find this at Sephora. And this Touch and Soul No Pore, very, very good. And I'm not sure if you could get this, but also this nice hydrating primer. Definitely this. Keeps. Going to get rid of this Kimchi Chic. Actually, I wanted to swatch concealer shades that I know I really like. And I'm keeping. These are the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue concealer. This is the shade 20. This is like my skin shade. In case I need to correct something or do like a very light anti-contour kind of thing. You know, my jawline. This is the shade 16, which I use on my under eyes. These are just the two that I really like. Highly recommend. These are my all-time favorite concealers. These are definitely keep. Getting rid of this Kimchi Chic the Most concealer just because it's not my shade, so I can't really judge the formula. So I'm getting rid of this one. Might give that to a friend because I know she loves Miss Kimchi. For the declutter, I'm wearing this today. Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer in the shade number 5. That's a decent shade. By the way, I love these concealers. They're full coverage. And I'm getting over a call. Don't mind me. These concealers are full coverage, natural matte finish. You could set them. You could leave them unset. Lots of colors. Very good neutral undertone range, which I don't find often in concealers. These are absolutely incredible. This concealer is also full coverage. Here it is. There. It's a bit peachier than my Dose of Colors, which is so nice. It gives a little bit of a brightening effect. Very full coverage. It dries down a little bit fast. So I would say work section by section with this one and try to use a beauty blender to help you blend it out easier. Super cute packaging. I like this. This is the Kaja Don't Settle Concealer in the shade Waffles. There it is right there. That's a bit too bright for me, and I don't remember this concealer being revolutionary for me, so I'm gonna get rid of that. It's a nice color, but I don't remember the formula being great. I have this Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer in the shade 3. This is really nice for natural makeup when I use my Milani Undereye Tint and I want a little extra coverage, and it's quite peachy in tone as well, so it adds more brightness. I really like this concealer. This was a repurchase. Got this from TJ Maxx. We love TJ Maxx. I have two. I'm trying to see if this is discolored. 2 Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tapes. The lighter one is 27S Light Medium Sand, and the other one is 34S Medium Sand. I don't want to spill anything. Here's the lighter one. Here's the deeper one. This is definitely great for me right now. And I really like this formula, so I'm definitely keeping this for when I get lighter. Keeping these. And I have a mini one. 35N medium. That's a nice color right now too. Keeping that. I bought that to travel with. I have this Wet n Wild Incognito concealer, medium neutral. This is the only drugstore concealer I like. It's really hard for me to find something at the drugstore I like. This is, oh, I'm not describing this. This is full coverage, creamy. If you don't like Tarte Shape Tape because it's too dry, I highly recommend this one. It's creamy, but I wouldn't say ultra creamy where it's dewy or anything. I like that. So yeah, back to this one, quite similar to this where it's a natural matte finish, full coverage. Literally the only drugstore concealer I found to like, and that's a nice color for me. I have not one, not two, but 3 mini NARS Radiant Creamy Concealers. I've tried this formula in the past and I remembered it. Well, I didn't remember it. So it wasn't, you know, remarkable, I guess. I have 3 different shades. This is medium 1 custard. This is my original color. Just kind of light. It's actually kind of good. And then medium 1.5 macadamia. I bought these minis to travel with. That's a nice peachy color. Just gonna keep all of these. And then medium 2 ginger for when I'm a bit darker, which could still work for me now. I'm getting kind of into these now. I don't need all 3 shades, but I like all 3 shades, so don't bother me. I have, these are technically highlighters. Tarte Shave Tape Glow Wand, the big one, Sunbeam, the little one, a light. That's light and pretty, but I never reach for these, so I don't need that. This one I got in Boxycharm. Ooh, that one's super light. Super duper light. I'm actually gonna get rid of this one and keep the smaller one. Or no. No, I'm just gonna get rid of both of them. I don't think I would ever use those colors. They're too light. I'm going to organize these in like shade, like how often I would use them based on the shade. Right now. Okay. Okay, I kept 13 and got rid of 4. That's great. And I'm putting this aside for my friend. And actually, these 2 as well. I don't know if this will match her. I don't know if that one will match her either. But I'm going to give her those because I'm giving her some stuff anyway. And this is different. I'm just going to put that back there. Powders. Okay, this is Dragon Beauty Dragon Heart Transformation Face Powder. I'm not really messing with Nikita, and I haven't used this in a long time. I did like the product at some point, but I don't touch it, so I'm just gonna give it to her. I don't even know if my friend will want it. Maybe she'll want it. I don't know. What am I? Oh, by the way, anything I would recommend from here would be the Bright Fix for the sale. And I guess the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, because you can't, oh, definitely the Benefit Cakeless Concealer. You can get the Tarte only at Ulta. But I would recommend this face powder, Kosas Cloud Set Powder, and Comfy is my shade. I'm wearing this today. Very nice. Natural face powder, very lightweight, buildable, doesn't make you look cakey, doesn't make you matte, it doesn't make you dewy, gives a nice natural luminosity to the skin. Keep. Very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush Finish setting powder of the shade 2 Medium. As you can see, I really love this. Hit pan. Great powder. Highly recommend this. By the way, I'm wearing Light's label. Love you, Kathleen. I have this face powder. Hourglass Ambient Light Setting Powder. I've had this a long time, but I always hold on to it for some reason. Very nice. Luminous powders. Great. Keeping this because I've spent a lot of money on this. Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder. Translucent. Makes you a little bit matte, but blurs the skin. Very nice loose setting powder. I would highly recommend this one. This is like my favorite. There's a glare. This is my favorite loose setting powder, Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. Has a nice stopper so it doesn't make a mess when you travel. Because for example, look at this one without a stopper. Beware. Yeah. Without a stopper. That's what happens. Yeah, too much of this will also make you matte, which I find with a lot of loose setting powders, unless they are dewy. Even though I still feel like it makes you a dewy matte, like a shiny matte, if that makes any sense. But it is blurring and very soft on the skin. I really, really like this. So, Kate. This is a nice alternative to the other press setting powders I have, the No. 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Powder. This is light medium. It's not my favorite shade-wise. It's a bit cooler in tone, a bit peachier. Like a cool peach. I don't know. The other ones are a bit warmer in undertone, but this is a nice lightweight powder just like the other ones. And cheap. Well, it's like 14 bucks. This is supposed to be a dupe, the e.l.f. Parchment Stay Powder. This is medium. It felt way too thick for me. It really wasn't my favorite, so I'll get rid of that. I really loved this one, Wet n Wild Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder, but I've used a good amount of this and I don't find myself reaching for it anymore. So I can get rid of it. If I need a drugstore powder to recommend, I'd recommend this one. This is quite new to me. I'm not sure if this even counts in this category, but the KVD it says Kat-Von D, but KVD Guys Shade and Light Contour Duo. This is Lyric and Shadow Play. I like this to brighten up my under eyes. You know, and this is a nice contour. I don't think this should necessarily be in this category. But this is where it lives. I have two Fenty Beauty setting powders. This is the shade Banana. This is my shade. This is the shade Butter. Because when I had this for a Boxy Choice product, I chose Butter like a dummy. And this is too light for me. It's brand new. Brand new. I think my friend will like this. I think this would be a nice surprise for her. I send it to her. It's Fenty, y'all. And she's fair. And I would give it to my sister, but I don't think she really needs a setting powder like this. But I will keep Banana. This is so good. It smells good. Even though my nose is stuffy, I can't smell. But it smells good. Very blurring on the skin. It's a little bit thicker than the other powders, but I do really, really like this powder. I have a lot of powders. I need to be using this, wearing that. Then I have two dewy powders that I want to choose between. Okay, we have Jaclyn Cosmetics Luminous Powder in Goomy. Right here. And e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder in Light. This one looks like, well, don't make a mess. Which I think they're like the same shade and everything. The Jaclyn's more yellow and the e.l.f. is more pale. It's like, do I need? Probably not. And I'm sure they do the same thing. That's very glowy. And that's very pale. Obviously, one is more expensive than the other. So here's the e.l.f. They're not quite dupes of each other because I feel like Jaclyn's a lot dewier, a lot shinier. I'm actually going to keep the Jaclyn. I thought the e.l.f. would surprise me and I'd keep the e.l.f., but it feels drier. It feels drier. So, Jacqueline, girl, you win. I don't really use a product like this, and I'll probably declutter it at some point if I don't find myself using it. And this is like a very pale color. Oh, I wish I had better colors of each of these things, but you know, it's what it is. Declutter. Declutter. Here are my powders. How cute is that? I get to like stand them upright. I kept I kept 9 and got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got rid of 5. So I didn't really have that many to start, but there that is. Here's everything. Can you see? No, right. This is everything here that I'm getting rid of right here. And then all the stuff I'm keeping. Great. Okay guys, that's the end of this video. Let me know how I did down below. If you like this video, hit the like button down below, comment, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification if you're feeling froggy. I post all the time. If you like me and you like this video, share it to a friend, one friend, all your friends, Instagram, Twitter. I link all my social media down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.